this is hopefully this is coming through in good shape for you. Should Rob sell a PCS or CCS at 1551 and they sell a put credit spread and sell a call credit spread? So I'm going to post this poll right now, and there it is. And hopefully you guys will be able to see that. Hopefully everything is coming. Did I get any slippage? Lewis asked me. No, I didn't actually. I post all of my short legs at the Chicago Board of Exchange. I don't leave them at the broker. And the reason is just for moves like this. When I see something like this, I know there was a big thing in the Discords yesterday, not at our Discord, but in others, about this type of activity and what happened when the people got punched out. There was a gigantic move. I think it was Monday maybe. And they had some pretty bad slippage. I did not. My worst slippage was 12 cents. So, 10 cents is fine. I like to trade at Tasty Trade and Schwab for just that reason. I know there were people getting $380 slippage. So it can be bad if you are closing put credit spreads or call credit spreads, or God forbid the entire multiple entry iron condor at one time. You can get some really bad slippage. So that's something we don't like to do. This is my personal account, by the way. You can take a look and see exactly what I'm doing here. These are the crazy Ivans that I put on the other day. These were getting destroyed earlier today. And now that we're only down 55, I can see I'm up about 4,800. But I've got, and there's some more trades coming on. Look at that. So for those of you that don't know, like I said, I trade about 150, 200 trades a day. And when this cycles through, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the trades. But I got a bunch of maybe 100, 150,000 in extrinsic on these crazy Ivans, and those will come in eventually. Let's take a look and see where we are with these. Here's what's left. These are all the puts that are still out there. And you can see these are like $200 each and 555, whatever. I got 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 8, 4, 13, 12, 2, 4, and 10 on the short legs. And then look on the call legs, I got hardly anything left. Hey, let's make some money. This is a trading show. Let's trade. All right, so 6705 is the number. I'm going to go over here. I don't have an OTO on that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and punch in on my other sheet 6705, and I'm going to bring that up. And here it is right here. And I am going to close that trade 6705. Let's see if we can get it. At least we get a nickel on these, right? And they're not going to beat me out. And let's see if I can show you this before they close. Boink. So here it is. And there's that trade. We're trying to get 10 cents. They're offering us 8. We're going to, in 10 seconds, I'm going to take a market order. So it's going to convert. Boom, market order there. I got to fill. Look at that. I got to fill for, they just changed it to 2 cents. I got one of them at 5 cents. That's still $5. And after commissions, it's about $4.10. So it's still something. All right. It's still something. All right. What are we going to do when we're able to eat tonight? Yeah, what are we going to do when we're not able to eat tonight? All right, so what's going on with these call credit spread, put credit spread? The poll is right now at 50-50. And so if it lands exactly on 50-50, I guess we'll just have to call the tiebreaker. You guys have been pretty good. I think Maria told me we were 5-3 on these 15-51s. I see Mr. Flawless in there. Time Decay, Lewis, I mentioned. Gorilla be eaten. I can't understand that one. M109, Too Late Jake, Eric Burke. I sold my longs right after that rip and altogether sold them for $835. That's nice. I was preparing for this show, so unfortunately I did not get a chance to close them. Tasty Trade, by the way, moved their OTO orders up from 4 to 15 to 20 if you have a PM account, and which is portfolio margin. And Schwab is still unlimited. So in that respect, Schwab is actually better than Tasty. I like Tasty. I like Schwab. I like both of them. They both give you great deals on the commissions, but more importantly, they have better execution than most. And Tasty Trade has far superior tech support than anybody, even better than Schwab. Schwab at Tasty Trade, they give you call in, it routes up to the same guy. We get Marty and Quentin, and they have been trading with us since 2000. So they know our accounts, they know our style, and they are a great help to us. So let's take a look. I mean, this is a trading show. Let's see if we can do a little trades, right? Oh, come on, why not? Live a little. So what do we got in here? These are supposed to be closed out at 25%. I've been dilatory in these. Let's see if I can. I'll close these out. Tyler and I like 42. I'm going to close one at 42%. It's a little bit down from where it opened today, but I deserve that. So it's actually up a little bit, $400. So let's close this at 42%. See if we can't get a fill, right? We'll see if we can't get a fill. We're going to put this in. You can't see this part of it for some reason because it's a pop-up, I guess. So I'm going to put in 44%. Here we go. So we're going to put in a fill, and you can see that they're offering between 155 and 159. So I want to buy this back, and somebody else is offering, somebody here is offering 154, and they want 158. So I tell you what, let's see. No, I want to buy. People want to buy it back for 153, and the sellers want 158, 157. So, I'm just going to put mine in at 151, and if I get filled, that's great. And so there we go. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. You can see it's a nice little working order. If you go over here and look at your positions, what do you know? Lo and behold, what are these? These are some, what was I trying to do? I was trying to sell to open. I was getting greedy this morning. So we don't need those open anymore. Let's go ahead and close those. They're worthless. They're not, I'm asking 280. It's at 169. I did get some pretty good fills last night and this morning. Let's just look at the Qs. So here's what happened. I was selling to open yesterday was the 18th. And so about 24 hours ago, I was selling this. I was selling this on air. Maria told me not to sell at 195. Girls are so much better trader than boys. I mean, it's really ridiculous. So she was telling me to wait for 200. I sold it at 195. Then I tail between my legs, sold at 210, then 220, then 225, then 230, then 235. And my super crazy Ivan was taken at 5:26 in the morning when I was sound asleep, and it got taken for $250. So if I can close this back out for 151, that's pretty sweet, tasty, no pun intended, pretty sweet, tasty profit. So where are we right now on the winners and losers? I'm getting ready to trade that trade. So let's go up here and see where we are. Right now we are down 34 grand. No, wait. Yeah, 34 grand. So we're down 34 grand. And what's the big account? The little account. Little account is down, looks like about $1,000. So it's not the end of the day. We've certainly done worse than that. We had our best trading day was what, up 47? Was that Monday or Tuesday? I forget. Friday. No, it's Friday the 13th was, I think, our best or close to it. So let's take a look now, and we're going to take a look at these SPX. So where are we? We got 336. We got tons and tons and tons of time. Let's take a look at the trades here. All right. You know what? Let's do this. I give out all of our trades, most of our trades on Sunday night, right? So the idea being is, and by the way, people ask me, what is this thing up above? Somehow my camera is crooked, but up above, this is, what this is these are all the thumbnails for the videos that we prepared. If you go on if you say, oh, wow, I'd like to see that, or I'd like to find out more about that, it's one of our videos. We've got hundreds of videos that we've made since October when we started this, or November when we started, but it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So that's where they are. And we have a 5-part series on our channel also. If you want to, people ask me, how do you do this? What do you do? It's in excruciating detail of all the things that we do. It's a 5-part series. I think it's 42 minutes. 42, that's Tyler and my favorite number, is 42. It's a long story about why that is, but whenever I see 42, I get all excited. So it's 42 minutes long, coincidentally, and it tells you all about what we do in excruciating detail. And then there's lots of other videos where we talk about it as well. Always talk about it here. You can ask me in the chat room every single day, Monday through Friday at 3:25, and then Sunday night at 5:55. So, all right. So let's take a look. Did you experience a lot of slippage? No. What's the difference between these two spreads? Which two spreads are those? I don't know. Daddy, what are we going to do so we'll be able to eat tonight? Yeah, we better win. Hello, Rob and Maria. I sold my longs right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Eric told me that. Good afternoon from Monkey See, Monkey Do. Pacer says, hello all. What's the difference between a put credit spread and a call credit spread? That's a great question. Okay, that is a great question, and one that you need to know in order to do what we do. Let's take a quick look. See, here is when we're selling puts, we're on this side over. Got to see it. When we're selling puts, we're over here, and this is a put. This would be a naked put. And when you pop in a green one right on top of it, that makes it a spread. Why? Because now your risk is only the difference from 6,600 to 6,695. If it goes below 6,695, that put's going to, yeah, no. So, okay. And so I think that's been fixed, actually. All right. So Maria was telling me that a lot of things that it's buffering a lot, but that should be fixed. Hopefully we're in great shape right now. I don't know what the heck happened. So at any rate, that's a put credit spread. And likewise, if we take it over here, blink and put it down here, and we take this one down here, what do you know? We got ourselves a call credit spread because this is a call side, right? Now, normally, when I put these on, I'm going to put them 150 points apart. So this is going to be way down, way down here. As you can see, here's all my longs for my calls. I wonder if I can get any, I can't get any money for these because they're all, yeah, I should have been selling these earlier. If I had OTOs, I would have sold all of them, but I didn't have a chance to because I was working on the show. And look, I only got 8 of these left. And look at all these are going to end up being worthless. I mean, if I could have got 5 cents for all of them, woulda, coulda, shoulda, I would have had enough money for dinner, right? But now the way it's looking, looks like we're still, it doesn't get any better, does it? Looks like we're still down 36 grand-ish, 34 grand. So it's going to be a rough day. So anyway, on Sunday, I give you all my trades. So let's take a look at the trades, right? This is the big account as of the 18th yesterday. This is the small account. You can see it's up 16,000, having done 2,600 trades. And this one did 16,000 trades. And by the way, there's a lot more details about put credit spreads, call credit spreads on our 5-part series. We dive into it in excruciating detail. I think that would really be a help for you to watch. And so then, because you absolutely can positively do everything that I do if you just watch those videos. These are the trades that I'm putting on. Do not copy me. Do not follow me. Do your own due diligence. Our lawyers make me come on every single day and say you can and will lose all your money. This is for educational purposes only. This is purely entertainment. This is not financial advice. The only reason I'm showing you these trades is so that you can see what I'm doing and you can verify that it actually does what I say it does. So here are the 6 trades. Here are the 6 trades by day. Here are the 6 trades by P&L. Here are the 20 trades by, you can't see that very well. There, maybe not, that helps a little bit. These are the trades by time, and here they are by P&L. And what this means, by the way, is the profit target is going to be $2.25, and then you're going to have a multiple intraday condor or exponential moving average, which is going to be the 20-minute versus the 40-minute. This is your stop loss. This is your wing width. This is the time of day. This is your profit target. Notice the profit targets are all 0. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, geez, Rob, if you would have taken profits at 308, you would have been up $20,000. That's true. But other than the fact that we had this gigantic jump in the market, right? If this thing had been normal and hadn't done this and it just finished out, I would have probably finished up about 40 grand. So I would have given up $20,000. And you say, yeah, but you lost 50,000. I understand. But the way the math works, and the one thing that I always go back to is I say, yeah, but I mean, look. And by the way, this is how we calculate the compounding annual growth rate. Someone asked me the other day, can you tell me exactly how we do it? I said, no, but I can show you. And that's our compound annual growth rate is 148%, which means if you'd taken that $1 million and if you reinvested every single penny that you won and or lost every single day, you would, and you did that till the end of the year, you'd make 148%. So that $1 million at the end of the year would be worth $2.48 million. You would have made a profit of $1.48 million. All right. So I keep going back to people say, well, but what if you did this and what if you did that? I say, yeah, I understand. I get it. And that's certainly possible. On some days, it is better to do other things. But, the problem is, how do you know whether or not that's a day where it's going to go down or it's going to have that gigantic spike or not? And the way I do it is I backtest 7 million tests, trades over the last 6 months. And I see that I've made 16,489 trades and I'm up $470,000. Okay. That's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. So yeah, there might be a better way. And if you can show me that over time, there's a better way that's more consistent, that can be managed by robots or even personally managed under certain circumstances, we do certain things. Great. If you have that system, but until I see that system and can backtest it and verify it, I'm going to stick with what I do. But this is great. That's what makes a market. My CPA, he's texting me right now saying, Rob, we should have got out, or this is what I mean, gamma, blah, blah, blah. I get it. On some days, If you're trying to predict a flipping of a coin, okay, and I told you, well, the coin comes up 58% of the time on heads and 42% of the time on tails, you would just pick heads every time, right? Well, that's basically what happens when we take a look at the market of what we do. Those are the statistics. That's what happens. It comes up about 58% of the time. That means 42% of the time we lose. Okay, 42% of the time we lose. And that's what's going to happen no matter what. So this is one of those days when we're going to lose. I'm okay with that because I know this is one of the 42. It happens. If it didn't happen, and by the way, this is another thing I love. People will try and tell you that that if you see a certain thing in the chart, it's going to go up or it's going to go down. Okay, well, that's not true. Because if it was true, they wouldn't tell us. They would just bet all their money on that particular outcome. Because if it's true, they would end up with all the money. They say, well, it always does it. No, it doesn't always do anything. This is a random market full of a lot of people trying to figure out what to do next. And they move around in herds. And all we do, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, if there's a herd over here selling premium for $2, all we do is sell premium. They're selling for $2. I want to be over here selling for $3. They're selling for $2, so I'll just go over here and sell for $3. And what will happen is eventually they're going to say, ooh, he's selling for $3. They're going to move over here. And when they start coming over here, then I'm going to go over here and sell. And they're going to start selling over here. And when they get over here, they won't be able to sell for $3 because there's so many of them, right? We all know economics. There's a lot of sellers, the price goes down. Very few sellers, the price goes up. So all I do is I backtest and I say, where are of these 7 million trades, whether the top 200, I'm going to go ahead and trade 150 of them every single day. Are all those 150 going to be in the top 150? Probably not over the next week. Are they going to be in the top 100,000? Probably not. But they'll probably be in the top million out of 7 million. And that's good enough for me, right? That's good. What do we always say? This is good enough for me. That's good money. That's good money. So that's the whole game in a nutshell. If you're new to this channel, that's our whole game. All right. Let's see what we got. Something through the red phone is coming through here. Let's see what we got. Oh my God, where's the information today to talk about? Stop talking about the same stuff. Yes, good idea. All right. So what's Maria got here? Oh yes, the Fed met yesterday and the rates were unchanged. That was not good. And Powell said higher prices is going to push inflation up. They're not done worrying about inflation. Let's see. The real edge here is in the pressure on the geopolitical pressure in the East. It all comes down to the Strait of Hormuz, and they're not going to get that open. Now they're talking about the markets are pricing in September as a change in the Strait of Hormuz. So I think it is, I'm not a betting man, but it's highly unlikely that we're going to see a lot of gigantic moves in the oil. What is the problem, and that might continue, is that we might see news-driven markets, right? We might see something happen by a news-driven market like we are today, okay? And so that is something that is going to happen from time to time. I'm okay with that. That's the way it's been for years, and that's just, how it is. Let's take a look at this poll. It is now, wow, we moved over to call credit spread. We got 29 people voting. We have 79 people that have been in the chat room, so I know there's a bunch of people that have not voted yet, or they're going to wait till the last second. I am going to close it down at 3:49. It is right now 3:46 and 53 seconds. So please get ready for that. I want to also go through just very quickly some of the interesting things that when I put this on, there's some interesting stuff. Is that the worst day we'd had back then was 41,000. I think it's up to like 40. We had 65,000 on a double tweet day, but that was abnormal. That's when the Secretary of Energy put out a tweet by mistake and then put it on at 10:04. They found it was false. They said we had taken a ship through the strait, and that was not true. And you can see that we've done pretty good, like we talked about. Win rate is 60%. You get an idea of some of the stuff. Notice that put credit spreads do worse than call credit spreads, which surprised me. I thought that the put credit spreads were doing better. They are not. About $4,800 a day is what we're making. And you can see these numbers are pretty straightforward, but a couple of interesting things. Our max drawdown was 5.3%. That's really good. You can see what the daily characteristics are. It's pretty much, up and to the right. Our Sharpe ratio, a Sharpe ratio of 2 is fantastic. We are, way above almost every hedge fund out there. And here's a good example of what hedge funds are doing and where we are, in comparison. And you can see that that we are substantially better than what they're doing. So I would like to brag about that a little bit. And here are the key takeaways, I think, in the trading days, and just some information that you might find interesting. And this is, again, back to my favorite one. Okay, so let's take a look and see where we are in our positions. Did we get a fill? We did not get a fill, but still we're asking, we want to pay 151 to get out. They're still asking for 157, so that may not get a fill. So let's see, what's the difference between the two spreads? What are we going to do for dinner? Yeah, I sold my longs. That's great. What's the difference between this might be too advanced for you. Sunny and share. Sound video is good. Good, great. It looks like they're trying to fade this rally. I'm guessing you're a trading addict. Yes. If you're a trading addict, please put in the comments below. I never ask for any payment ever. We have a Discord. Don't listen to anybody that says they want you to pay money. Don't pay money to anybody. That's just not true. But, it would be nice. I know I hope you're all subscribers. Any video we have, anyone, if you want to know how to bet on the NCAA, I did a thing on Tasty Trade yesterday, and it's posted on our website. It's posted on their website, and you can see exactly how I'm betting on all the games. And the thing is, if you make a comment there, if you make a comment in any of our videos at all, it would be great. Maria posted one yesterday that is through the roof, and that one is about her trading style. If you just post a comment in there saying addict or would you let a robot trade, yes or no, something like that, that really helps our channel. It helps push the channel through. So, okay, let's see what's happening here. They're fading the rally. Yes. Rob, how are you looking today with that crazy spike? Not good. Not good. Teflon, not good. Thanks for asking. You'll have a little lemon juice in the... Whoa. Oh, we only got 1 minute to go. I'm going to end the poll in 10 seconds. It's 50-50. The Knicks vote decides it. The Knicks person casting their vote will decide if I'm going to do a put credit spread or a call credit spread. The Knicks person casting their vote. We need one more vote. Come on, somebody who's an addict, please put addict in the comments. There it is. Call credit spread wins. Boom. That's the end. Oh, no, I ended it at 50. Somebody else came in. Oh, there it is. 49. Oh, so what ended up winning? Call credit spread won. Okay, call credit spread won. I think this might be one of the first times we've done the call credit spread. All right, what's the time? 15:38. Let's get this open over here. Here we go. Let me get you over here to the screen so you can see this is where it's going to come in. Right over here, you're going to be able to see over here where it comes in. Get ready. All right, 10 seconds to go. All right, what's happening in the market on close? The market on close, what they're doing is those the ill-informed people are trading right here because there's a huge market on close orders. And here we go. Get ready. It is 2, 1. I should have this up and running. This is going to be a call credit spread. And here we go for $600. Boom. Here it comes. There it is. We're asking 110. Hey, look at that. Look at that. We wanted 110 and they filled us for 155. I thought I saw it said 210 up there, but we got filled at $155 times 3, 66.10. This is a call credit spread. We want to stay under 66.10. Whoa, under. That's going to be dicey. All right, 66.10. That's what we're doing. This is your call. You guys better not mess me up here. 66.10. Let's see where we got. Let's get this in here. 66.10. Boom. All right. Here's the game. The game is afoot, right? The game is afoot. I want to be a little bit bigger. I want to get involved in this. All right. All right. So here's the game, right? See, up there. Up. How do you do it? Up? No, up there. Up there. Okay, up there. There it is. We want that blue line. We want to stay under that blue line, and I'm going to win. Somebody in the chat room, tell me how much money are we going to win? Are we opening a prop firm? No, we're not opening up any firm. I'm retired. I retired at 42, and my goal is to stay retired, okay? That's my goal. My grandkids keep telling me I should charge money, but I'm not in. That's not my game. So maybe someday. Always say maybe, right? That's what the politicians taught me. Always say maybe. All right, so 304. Somebody do the math on this. How much money is that? How much was I up? Yeah, I was up $22,000 at 308. I was getting ready to really stick it to Maria. No, not true. But she had told me not to trade today. And it turns out she's absolutely right. And which she almost always is. Maybe she's always right. That's the bad news. That's great. But you married guys know what I'm talking about. First of all, your wife's always right, whether she's right or not. But yeah, she turns out to be, no, come on, man, stay underneath there. Come on, help a brother out here. We need a little help. I need a little help. So what happens, by the way, and why people say, well, why do you pick 1551? You can't win with 9 minutes to go. Sure you can. Sure you can. You need to understand the CBOE rules. The Chicago Board of Exchange has 1,100 pages of rules. I like to read them once every 3 months. They help me go to sleep. You need to know those rules because you're playing with real money. And remember, we're trying to beat the hedge funds, the big boys. We want to get in, get our little money and run away. Oh, that's what we want to do. So that's what we're doing today. We're going in, get our money and run away. Is it the best trade out of 7 million this week? No. Who cares? Come on. It's fun. It's 52.48. We got a chance, right? We got a chance. Come on. It's actually, this is a positive expected value trade, okay? So this week, I want to say that it was around 53.47, something like that. So it is, if you did it 10,000 times, you would come out ahead. But it's like flipping a coin that's a little bit on the head side, right? And I don't know which side was better or not, but probably we should be doing a multiple entry iron condor. But that's no fun because it's like watching. I love soccer. Easy. All you guys in Europe and gals, easy. I love soccer as well as anybody. But a tie game, I find frustrating as a sports fan. So, okay. So, Rob, when we open a prop firm, no, float me $2 million. Got you. Yeah. Were you up before that spike? Yes, I were. Why aren't you taking profit at 25 or 30% at the end of the day trade? I'll tell you why. Because we have back tested this and it does not pay, right? So like today, it would have won. I get it. If I would have gotten out at 308, I would have been up $21,000. I would have been having fun and dancing all night. Instead, I'm going to end up being down 35, 40 grand. I'm okay with that because I know over time, if I do it enough times, right? We always go back to the same thing, right? Scoreboard. So it's okay. I get it. A lot of people are going to come to you and say, well, blah, 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 blah. I had this experience or that experience. They're going to tell you I did some trade or other trade. At Thanksgiving table, somebody comes to you and says, Rob, you really ought to do this trade. I say, that sounds awesome. How many times have you done it? I've done it lots and lots of times. How many times? Every single day this year. Every single day. More than once, twice a day, every single day. Great. Well, there's 250 trading days in the year. 2 times 500. 2 times 250 is 500. So you've done it 500 times. This weekend, I tested 7 million trades. So, well, you have information with regards, and you could be right. It could be the greatest trade of all time. It could be the best trade this week, this month, this year. But that's not, as Maria likes to say, I'm not here to trade one time. I'm here to trade a long time, okay? So I know that based on the math, right? Based on the math, this is my expectation. Not quite 124%, but still, that's my expectation is to win over time. So that's the game. Look at this dirty dog. It wants to get up there, but you know what? It bounced off that number. If I was one of those chart guys, I would say, ooh, that's good. It bounced off that number. Hopefully it's not going to go through. The problem is we still got 4 minutes to go. I am not allowed to say what kind of iced tea this is. I got in trouble with YouTube. It is nice. It's powder. It's sugar-free. It's got lemon in it. And I put in apple cider vinegar, and I've been drinking it for 40 years. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to say I drank 3 of these, and they're not small glasses. I drink 3 of these a day. So that's why I'm not good around alcohol. I'm a gulper. Gulpers, they either stick to beer or apple cider or something. I like to stick to iced tea. I love iced tea. Can you imagine me on alcohol? I mean, a very smart guy once came to me and he said, this is a great story. I'm going to give you a quick story while we watch this chart. I got to leave the chart up there. I said, do you drink? No. I said, do you do drugs? He said, no. I said, well, why not? He said, well, Rob, I tell you what, I have always said, and my dad told me, that if you run into a guy and he says, my life was terrible, it was awful, I was down in the pits, everything was going bad, but then I started drinking and doing drugs and everything turned sunny side up. If you meet that person, then start drinking and doing drugs. But until then, you might want to think about it. I know a lot of people love it. They can do it in moderation. I get it. That's great. And that's great for you. For me, I'm waiting to meet that person. And when I do, then I'll think about it. But for now, I'm not doing that. I'm probably going to lose a lot of people because I talk like this, but that's how I feel. By the same token, I used to drink and I used to, be a sommelier. I used to help people pick out their wines at restaurants when I was a waiter, and I was a bartender for years. And I loved it. I loved it. It's just, it's not for me, especially at my age, So I can't say the name of the iced tea, but nice choice. Why did I pick the 6610 strikes? Okay, that's a great question. Why the 6610 strikes? The way this works is that when we put in an order, right? When we put in an order, what happens is it picks it by the premium. So I chose $1.80, which is a pretty middle of the road premium, and I had 150 wide wings is what we chose. So what it does, it goes in here. Let's just take a look and pretend like I'm going to do a trade right now, right? Let's say I was going to do, what did we do? A put? We do a put today? No, we did a call. Or did we do a put? What did we do? We did a call. Okay. So we did a call. So I would go in and I would say $1.80 and I'd say, okay, well, which one's closer to $1.80? $2.70, excuse me, and we're going to buy it, right? We're going to sell it, excuse me, because we just sell premium. So either $2.40 or 50 cents. So whichever one is closer, that's the one that we would go after, right? And now it's a little bit disingenuous because it's, only 1 minute to go. Oh, man, we better blow this up so we can see exactly where it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 1 minute to go. Come on, baby. Now, the market on close orders are going to kick in with 1 second to go. The market closes at 3:59 and 59 seconds. For those of you, great in a bar, if someone says, you say, I tell you what, I'll give you $1 million if you can tell me what time the market closes today. And they'll all say 4 o'clock. That is incorrect. It's 3:59. I'm getting so excited. 3:59.59. You know, I have a stutter, right? I had a really bad stutter for 6 years. I had to take tongue lessons. I did this and thou, and I couldn't. Kids make more fun of you when you're a stutterer than, I'm almost crying right now. 2nd grade to 7th grade was pretty rough for me. I skipped 7th grade. Come on, stay underneath there. 13 seconds to go. 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How about that? Man, making money is easy. I made 300 and whatever the heck it was. Boom. Somebody calculated. I made 300. Oh, wait. On this, the problem is, of course, that over here, how do we do over here? Not so good. Not so good. What we lose here, we lost 32 grand. So 32,000-ish, something like that. Somebody add this up. So you take the green, and I wish they would do this differently, but you take the green and you subtract out the red. So we lost 32 grand today. Not our biggest loss ever. And then in the little account, they take 1,300 and take out 2123. I'll leave these up there. Somebody take a look, and organic is in there. Monkey see, monkey do. Mario, who's doing the math? $465 on that one. Thank you, Mario. And what is the number on this one? I know it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, there's Maria saying, loser, I told you so. She's great. I love being married because she keeps you honest. You know, and that's another thing I tell people all the time. Find somebody in your circle of trust and text them every day whether you won or lost. Every single day. Own it. Own it. That way you go to sleep. You don't worry about it. You don't revenge trade. I don't worry about it. I lost. You know, if Maria, and if she says something to me today, oh, you lost, I say, yeah, I did. And you know what? I'm going to lose 42% of the time. I get it. I'm going to win 58. I'm going to lose 42. And I understand that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. How much do we, 32,188. Okay. Well, that's what we lost. So looks like we're buffering. How about that? I don't know why we're buffering so much. All right. Well, that's the end of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please comment in any of our videos so that I can get YouTube to send us some love. Please comment in all of our videos. You have a great night. I think that's all. We're probably losing the stream. Adios. You have a great day.